Do you ever feel like your brain is constantly juggling flaming swords just to get through the day? Like you've spent your entire workday being on, only to come home to more decisions, more messes, and more people who need things from you. Hi, I'm Sara Kelly. I'm an ADHD coach for late diagnosed women who seem capable and composed on the outside, but inside, they're constantly overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and secretly wondering how everyone else makes it look so easy. Today, we're talking about the overwhelm of balancing work and home life when you have ADHD, why it feels like it's too much, why it's not your fault, and what you can start doing differently. So let's start with what this looks like in real life. You wake up already behind. The morning routine is chaos. You get to work flustered, jump into back-to-back meetings, and spend most of the day trying to remember what you forgot. You power through with adrenaline, masking how scattered or emotional you feel. Then you come home, and instead of relaxing, there's laundry, dinner, bills, emails from school, or maybe you're caring for aging parents. Maybe you're just trying to feed yourself and clean the kitchen. But whatever your home life looks like, your brain is already maxed out. Does this sound familiar? I know it does for me. This constant state of overwhelm isn't about just being lazy or not being able to manage your time. It's about executive function overload. ADHD affects the brain's ability to prioritize, switch tasks, manage emotions, and track time. And when you're constantly toggling between work mode and home mode, those functions get stretched to their limit. Here's why it's especially hard for ADHD professionals. Decision fatigue. You make hundreds of micro decisions all day long. By the time you get home, your brain is out of fuel. Even choosing what to eat or whether to start the laundry can feel impossible. Context switching. Going from professional to personal mode takes mental energy, and ADHD brains already struggle to transition smoothly. That shift from spreadsheets to parenting or from Zoom calls to managing a household can feel jarring. Emotional regulation. ADHD often comes with intense emotions. Frustration, guilt, and shame hit harder. When work is stressful, you carry that weight home. When home is stressful, it spills into work. There's no clear boundary. Time blindness. You underestimate how long things will take. You try to squeeze in one more task before logging off. You lose track of time while cooking dinner and forget about that 7 p.m. meeting. It snowballs. Masking. Many ADHDers are constantly performing to appear together in professional settings, and that masking is really draining. So when you get home, your nervous system crashes, and even the smallest requests can feel like too much. Lack of recovery time. Neurotypical routines often have built-in breaks, coffee chats, downtime, natural ebbs, but ADHD brains tend to overcommit or hyperfocus, leaving no time to recharge. This creates chronic depletion. I had a client who described it this way: I feel like I'm always behind at work, disappointing my family, and never actually resting. Through coaching, we've created structure that gave her brain some breathing room. She started time blocking transition spaces between work and home. She practiced identifying her top 3 non-negotiables every day. And she built in micro rest, tiny breaks that help her reset without checking out. After a few months, she told me, I'm still busy, but I'm not constantly overwhelmed. I feel like I'm finally steering the ship. Now, if this sounds like what you need, there's a link below to book a free consult with me where we will look at what your days actually look like and whether coaching could help. So what can you do if work-life overwhelm is draining you? Build clear boundaries. That doesn't mean rigid rules. It means signals for your brain. A walk around the block between work and home time. Changing your clothes. Shutting off your laptop and lighting a candle. ADHD brains need transition rituals to help shift gears. You can also use visual anchors. What needs to happen when? Use whiteboards, sticky notes, or digital calendars that are actually visible. Your brain needs external reminders so it doesn't have to hold everything at once. Drop the myth of balance. You are not meant to give 100% to everything all the time. Some days work will take more. Some days your home life will. That's not failure. That's being human. Instead, aim for harmony. What would it look like to feel more aligned? To have a rhythm that flexes with your energy, not against it. Identify your daily non-negotiables. What 3 things matter most today? That might be finishing a work report, making dinner, and getting 20 minutes of alone time. Let those guide your focus. Everything else is extra. Delegate and simplify. What are you doing that doesn't need to be done by you? Can you automate bill payments, order groceries online, or ask your partner or kids to take on one thing a week? Simplifying has nothing to do with being lazy. It has to do with efficiency, especially when your bandwidth is limited. Make room for micro rests. You don't need a full vacation to reset. Try 10 minutes of silence in your car before heading inside. A song you love while driving, or a song you love while doing the dishes, or a quick journal check-in. These smart resets matter. They give your nervous system a break. Talk back to your guilt. That little voice in your head that says that you're not doing enough. She's lying, because you're navigating more invisible challenges than most people realize. It takes a lot of extra energy to do what you do. That's not a flaw, that's context. So when the guilt shows up, try saying, I'm doing my best with the brain and resources that I have today. And that's enough. Check your expectations. Are you trying to fit into a schedule or standard that was never designed for your brain? Sometimes the pressure we feel is coming from unrealistic ideals. So give yourself permission to redefine success. Start and end your day with intention. Even a 5-minute morning or evening check-in can make a huge difference. Ask yourself, what do I need today? And what can I let go of? And what went well? These rituals help anchor your energy and create continuity between days. Use the 2-list system. Make one list of what's urgent and another of what's important. ADHD brains often react to urgency and lose sight of what really matters. So this can help recenter your priorities. Let go of the shoulds. If you're constantly operating from what you think you should be doing, you're bypassing your real needs. Ask yourself, is this really necessary or just a story I've internalized? Balancing work and home with ADHD isn't about doing more. It's about doing things differently. And if you would like to learn how to build a rhythm that works for your brain and feel less overwhelmed while doing it, book a free call with me using the link below. We'll talk about what's going on and what you've already tried and whether coaching might be that missing piece. Because you don't have to keep burning out to prove that you're capable. I promise you there's a better way, and I'd love to help you find it. If you found this video helpful, please like it and share it and leave me a comment. What was your biggest takeaway from today's video? I'm very, very interested. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video, and I look forward to seeing you next week in the next one.